OKC Thunder. The Thunder won the championship. You know, Shea Gildress, MVP, Finals MVP, well deserved. You got J Dub, third All NBA team. Lou Dort, Chet, good defensive players, and they got one of the deepest bench. As of that, as of what I just said, are the Oklahoma City Thunder the next dynasty in the NBA?
No, I don't think so. I think they can win another championship in the next what 3 to 4 years, but I don't think they can win three championships, in the next 4 years. They got a good team. But I think the Pacers showed that they could be beaten. They showed the blueprint to them being beaten. And then now every team is going to be prepared for them next year. So if they come in with that same roster, um, I don't know. I don't think they can. I don't think they can repeat. Like I think it was Kendrick Perkins said on the draft. It was
Mm-hmm.
either Kendrick Perkins or Bob Marks. They were saying that no, I think it was Kendrick Perkins. He was saying like they just drafted some more good rookies, and now Aaron Wiggins and Jalen Williams and all them they gonna want to get paid. So are they gonna trade them or because like I said they got good rookies. They just drafted something. You got Topic coming in next year that needs minutes. So um, are they gonna trade some of those pieces and let those younger guys play more? So.
Do you think they will? You think they'll trade like a
Uh,
Jalen Williams or Aaron Wiggins or Isaiah Joe? You think they trade? Or Kendrick
yeah, I
Williams, you
think they
think they
do.
trade some of them?
I think they do. I think they do. Because you got too many bodies over there. Like you really got too many good players over there that need to play. So I definitely do think they'll trade some of them.
One real quick question. But do they have a okay, if they just make just a little like a small change, it may not be this super gigantic move, but if they just make like probably two okay moves, do you think they have a chance? Like what percentage would you give them of repeating next year?
Even if they don't make a change, I give them about a 65% chance of repeating. But if they make a decent move, like if they go get another backup big, or
They
if they
drafted one.
you talking about Thomas Sober?
Yeah, they
I mean,
drafted one. I mean, they
but we
drafted
don't
a
know.
backup. We don't.
We don't
We
know how.
don't.
Yeah, we don't know how he's gonna play. Or how he's gonna be in the NBA. But um, if they make a small move, I probably like a 70% chance. Then
That's still
this
high.
is they still got a high chance because they are the defending champions. You got to put some respect on their name. Um, but yeah,
I think they have a legit good chance of being a dynasty because how it's set up. I'm seeing it. This is probably the closest team to a dynasty since the KD Warriors. Now, are they the KD Warriors? No, but this is the closest we've seen, and we saw what happened. They won 3 championships in what 4 years. That's exactly what no 3, 1, 2, 3, 3 and 5. They won 3 championships in 5 years. They have a good chance. You have top 5 player in the NBA, top 15 to 20 player in the NBA in Jada, one of the best rim protectors in Chet, one of the best on ball defenders in Lou Dort and in Caruso. Forgot about him earlier. You have everything you need, and it's not like they're slowing down. Everybody is still young. No one's getting like going into their early, like their 30s outside of Caruso. He's the oldest player on the team, but they have a legit good chance. Now, our teams, like you said, planning for them. Yes, they saw what happened. They saw even Denver. They had a chance of beating them. They went to 7 games. They got blown out, but that's neither here or there. They took them to 7. The Pacers just took them to 7. So teams are watching them, but with how this crew is set up for the next couple of years, and you talked about it, I think it was like a couple of weeks ago when we was talking about Shea could get like 300 million. You was like, I can see Shea taking like a little discount to help keep everybody there. And I can see it too. I think Shea probably takes a discount. I think J Dub takes whatever they give, like what the max. Chet, maybe not the full max, but decent enough. So they can make some more moves. And Sam Presti, he's probably the best GM in the game. So I think they have a real shot of being a dynasty, and they are still the best team in the NBA. I think it's probably a couple of teams that could potentially beat them, and I'll ask you if they have a legit shot, but they have a chance of at least going back to back and maybe winning 3 out of 4. Shea's only 26. He ain't going nowhere. J-Dub is like, what, 21 or 2? He ain't going nowhere. So they have a shot of being a dynasty NBA. So I'm going to ask you, do you think the Houston Rockets have a chance of beating OKC in the series?
Yeah.
You think they got
I
a
think they
legit
do.
shot?
I think with their defense and now they got their closer and Kevin Durant. Um, Kevin Durant and Shea, they low key cancel each other out. Then you got a man who's a rising star. If he gets a jump shot this offseason, he's gonna be scary. Then you got Tyrese and you got Jabari. They literally got everything. They got everything to match them pound for pound. So
They give them a good shot. Do you think the Nuggets have a chance of beating them?
yeah. I mean, we saw what the Nuggets did with them in the playoffs this year. And then if the Nuggets go out there and they get some bench guys, it could be a different story. If Aaron Gordon didn't get hurt, it could have been a different story.
Do you think the Cavs have a chance?
No.
Oh wow.
No.
But
No.
Why you think the Cavs though?
Because they still on fraud alert.
Oh my god.
They still on fraud alert.
Oh my god. No, man. So you think with Donovan Mitchell, with that core 4, they don't have a shot. So what would you pick them in the 7-game series if it was the finals?
I'll probably do in 6. I'll give them 2 games.
What do the Cavs have to do what do they have to show you to get off fraud watch? What do they have to do?
They have to get it done. They lost to the Indiana Pacers. Even if Darius Garland and all of them was injured, they shouldn't have lost to them. I don't think they should have lost to that team. But they did. So
I saw somebody say that because you said it last week, they need to go make a move. They have to. You can't keep this same roster together. What if the Thunder go out and try to get Cam Johnson? Remember, he was an option at the trade deadline. What if they go and trade for him and bluster that bench?
that'd be good for them. Because then you can low key put. I mean, Luke Dort is hard to bench, but
You can't
his
bench him. I
shooting
think you can't
sometimes
do it.
his shooting sometimes be streaky though.
He brings the defense though more than Cam.
And then even if you don't want to bench him and you put Hardenstein on the bench or put Cam Johnson in, you don't really lose anything defensively, but you gain shooting for sure. I know the Bucks not gonna do this, but they could low key try to go get Giannis too. They got enough trade pieces. They got enough for everything. But I know the Bucks are not gonna put Giannis on that team.
Okay? Hear me out. I feel like I don't think it would have happened, but it would have been a realistic chance if they would have lost.
Yeah.
Say in the finals. Yeah. If they would have lost, or maybe in the second round against the Nuggets. If they would have lost, Thunder looking like this is the second year in a row we lost in the second round. Maybe this core just ain't good enough. We probably got to trade either probably Chet or J-Dub to go get another star to pair with Shea. I think, because they got everything. They could go get them if they really wanted to.
Yeah, if they really wanted to,
win, how that look? It's just like, no. It looks bad on Giannis' part. He's going to go to a super stacked team, and they just won the finals. People kill KD for going to a team that lost in the finals. You think they ain't gonna kill Giannis for going to a team that just won the finals? Nah. I think it could. I think it was a realist. I think it could have been a chance because you could have thrown J-Dub. You could have thrown a whole bunch of man, Loki. You could have thrown that 15 pick. We could have gave you Topic or something. We could have did it. We could have made it happen. Because Giannis and Shea, I ain't gonna cap.
Nasty. Ain't nobody stopping that duo.
I don't nobody ain't beating them. I don't care what nobody tells me.
Mini Shaq and Kobe?
Ooh. Hey, people are comparing Shea to Kobe. People are comparing Shea to Kobe. I sent you that video. People are comparing Shea to Kobe. And Giannis is probably one of the most dominant players since Shaq. Hey! Blue and white. Hey, it ain't the craziest. It ain't the craziest. Giannis, nah, it would have been nasty. You think Giannis would have went there though? You think he really,
Yeah,
or
hell yeah.
you think he's
If
loyal
they
and
would have
wants to
lost,
stay?
like I said, I don't think they're gonna do it because they won, but they have the pieces. But if they would have lost in the second round, I think Giannis would have went there. I don't think he would have cared about going there because one is still a small market team. I feel like Giannis likes the whole small market team. He's comfortable in that type of market. And then you got Shea, and we all know Shea is better than Dame. Um, yeah, and then depending on who you trade
Yeah,
between J Dub and Chet, you still got good pieces over there. You still got a good team.
Shea clears Dame, clears. He clears him. But overall, we need to wait for more trades. But right now, the Rockets look really good. The priority was to get rid of Gray, and they changed him for KD. Yeah, they gonna repeat at number 2 seed easy. I don't know. I ain't gonna cap. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't think it's foregone conclusion they're number 2 again. I think they could be top 4, but with the Mavericks, if they get Kyrie back healthy, you just drafted Cooper Flag. The Mavericks, and I've been seeing a lot of people say Stephen A. Smith, he said the Mavericks have the best chance of beating the Thunder. They have the best chance of beating them.
Mm, I, well, with a healthy Kyrie, yeah,
Yes, with a healthy Kyrie, yes.
cause AD gonna kill Chet. Uh, Daniel Gafford and Hardenstein, I feel like they cancel each other out.
Or Derek Lively.
Um, yeah, or Derek Lively. And then you got Cooper. He's gonna be a high energy guy. He's gonna make those hustle plays. Um, and then you got Kyrie. Who was that? They two? Clay.
Clay.
That's the only thing is Clay. Is Clay gonna turn back into somewhat of Golden State Clay? We just need him. We just need Clay to give us that 18 19 he gave us when he first came off his injury.
I think the Mavericks got a really good team. We gonna get into the draft later, and I that's what I'm ready to talk about, honestly. But we gotta get through all this other stuff. But I just think what the Mavericks are doing, because they still got a good team even after trading Luka. They got a really good bench. Their bench is pretty decent with Lively or Daniel Gafford, whoever starts. Max
Najee
Christie,
Marshall.
Najee Marshall, Caleb Martin off the bench. They're thinking about going to get a backup point guard, and we'll get into the rumors after this. But they're thinking about getting one. So the Mavericks got a really good team if they're healthy. I think if Kyrie was healthy right now, I think they're top 4. I easily think they're top
Yeah,
4. I don't know where you
I
put
think
them.
they are whatchamacallit. They a favorite
What?
to win if he
You think they
healthy.
got a legit chance of winning championship?
Yeah,
Mm, mm,
I
mm,
mean,
mm.
well, it's reports that Jason Kidd want to coach the Knicks. So if they lose Jason Kidd, that's a big that change that moves me a little bit, depending on who they get as their next coach. But I don't think Jason Kidd's gonna leave. He
I don't think he.
shouldn't.
No, bro. Who you think's in the best? Let me read this from Francisco. Reminder that Clay went 0 for 10 in elimination game. He did against the Kings in that play-in. He was ass. But who you think's in a better situation? The Knicks or the Mavs? Like, what better situation? Both two good teams. But what's the
I
better
low
situation?
key say I low key say the Knicks only because the East is so wide open now. And if Jason Kidd goes there and he's a great basketball mind, I feel like he'd change that team around offensively and defensively. But if he goes there, that's his best path to, get into the championship. Because in the West, you still got OKC, you still got the Rockets, you got Denver, you got a bunch of teams that you got the Lakers, you got a bunch of teams that you got to fight with.
Bro, it's funny how the West got probably the 1 through 10, and then the East is just whoever's the healthiest. Whoever's the
hmm
healthiest, we gonna make it. But in the West, we gotta beat up each other all year round for 82 games. And while the East, we just chilling, we minding our business. But overall, though, OKC, I think they're in a great position to either get rid of those picks to get a good person, to get a good role player, say Cam Johnson or whoever, or keep the picks like how they've been doing and become a dynasty again. So it's just a way to see. But you said they won't be a dynasty. I think they will, but